Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our deep dives into the world of politics and current events. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you find it informative. Today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of American conservatism, the Conservative Political Action Conference, better known as CPAC. It just wrapped up, and boy, was it a whirlwind. We're going to unpack everything that happened, from Trump's very confident victory lap to the broader themes of populism and global conservatism that were on full display. We've got a lot to cover, so buckle up. So, what exactly is CPAC? For those unfamiliar, it's basically the Super Bowl of conservative gatherings. It's an annual event that brings together conservative activists, politicians, and media personalities from across the US, and increasingly, from around the world. Think of it as a massive networking event, a platform for conservative ideas, and, let's be honest, a major media spectacle. This year's CPAC, held just outside Washington, D.C. in National Harbor, Maryland, was particularly interesting. It happened against a backdrop of rising global populism, ongoing legal battles for former President Donald Trump, and a rapidly approaching presidential election. And speaking of Trump, he was, without a doubt, the main event. He took to the stage for a lengthy speech, we're talking almost 2 hours. And it was classic Trump. He touted his accomplishments, bashed his opponents, and, crucially, painted a very optimistic picture of his first month back in the White House, should he win in November. He talked about securing the border, obliterating the deep state, and even suggested he'd be so successful that Democrats would support him. He called the indictments he is facing sham and said that they only make him stronger. Now, let's break down some of the key promises and claims Trump made during his speech. 1. Stopping the invasion. Trump promised to immediately reinstate his previous border policies, emphasizing a tough stance on illegal immigration, framing it as a major threat to national security. 2. Draining the swamp. This has always been a core theme for Trump, and he reiterated his commitment to rooting out what he sees as corruption and entrenched bureaucracy within the government. 3. Economic prosperity. Trump painted a rosy picture of the economy under his potential second term, promising tax cuts and deregulation to spur growth. 4. Law and order. Trump positioned himself as the law and order candidate, promising to crack down on crime and support law enforcement. 5. I believe we'll get some Democrat votes, fix things. He stated that he would gain some support from Democrats once in office. Of course, it's important to remember that this was a speech to a very friendly audience. PAC attendees are among Trump's most ardent supporters, so the cheers and applause were pretty much guaranteed. And, let's not forget the context. Trump is currently facing a number of legal challenges, including multiple indictments. These legal battles are unprecedented for a former president, and their outcome could have major implications for his political future. But CPAC wasn't just about Trump. The conference also featured a wide array of other speakers and panels, covering a broad range of conservative issues. One notable trend this year was the increasingly international flavor of CPAC. The organizers have been actively expanding the conference's reach beyond the United States, highlighting the rise of global conservative movements. This year's CPAC featured speakers from around the globe, including Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, Santiago Abascal, the leader of Spain's far-right Vox Party, and Eduardo Bolsonaro, a Brazilian politician. These international speakers shared their experiences and perspectives, often highlighting common themes like national sovereignty, traditional values, and opposition to what they see as globalist agendas. So, what are the big takeaways from CPAC 2024? First, it's clear that Donald Trump remains a dominant force within the Republican Party. Second, CPAC's growing international presence highlights the rise of global populism. And finally, the contrast between the optimism and confidence on display at CPAC and the very real challenges creates a fascinating political dynamic. That's all for today's deep dive into CPAC 2024. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis.